Hi, welcome in. We got my cat right now. We're just gonna wait a moment until more people join. Some of you guys wanted to see her though. This is Princess. She acts like one. Welcome in, you guys. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this with you on my lap, but we can try it. She is very comfy now. Okay. I'm just gonna start by clearing everyone's energy in the very beginning. Welcome in, you guys. It's good to see you. We're gonna do some quick cleansing. Hey, welcome in. Hello. Well, right now we're just cleansing some energy, making sure we get rid of any stagnant energy or any negative energy that we picked up around the day. For those of you who are just starting your day, you'll get just a quick cleanse to begin it. Hey, welcome in, you guys. All right. Thank you for the follow. Capricorn? I'm a Capricorn moon and rising. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for the follows. That's so sweet. Cancers. I love Cancers. I'm biased because I am a Cancer sun, but you know. Thank you for the follows. Oh, I love that. Thank you for the follows, you guys. That's so sweet. Hello, welcome back. Hi, welcome in. I'm glad to have you. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. Hey, welcome in. Nice. I actually just got on, and if anyone was wanting to see my cat, she is right next to me. She might make a surprise appearance. Hi. I'm glad that it helped. Yeah. This time around, just general collective, it seems like everyone is needing heart chakra and then mental wellness assistance at this time. So probably people are probably going through something, either intrusive thoughts or like maybe it's just general negativity around anything today. But we're gonna go ahead and cleanse. Hey Sam, welcome in. You said an alarm, that's so sweet. Oh, chills. Thank you for the feedback, guys. I love hearing about it. But also heart chakra work. So we're gonna be focusing mostly on mental health today and self-love. That's so slay, I love that. Thank you guys for the follow. Okay. So I'm actually gonna start off in a kind of weird way after the cleansing part, by helping you guys connect more to your higher self energy. That's what I was being called to. So this is Celestite, helping you to connect to higher frequencies. Usually people will use it to connect to their angel guides. I also use it to connect to higher selves. Oh, and you said your right ear. I love that. Thank you guys for the follows. So fun fact about the... Princess, what are you doing? Sorry, she's playing with one of my self-defense things. You're so weird. It is 9 p.m. here. I forgot what I was saying because she distracted me. Oh yes, the right ear. I will go into the higher self in a moment, but the right ear is actually connected to you receiving messages from divinity, as long as it's not like tinnitus or something like that, because, you know, or physical before non-physical. But your left ear would be spirit guides, things like that. High frequencies are positive signs, and low frequencies are negative signs. Yeah, it does. Thank you for the follows. And as for your higher self, think of it kind of like your soul body, but it's like straight up. Hey, Carolyn, welcome in. What about both ears? It might be tinnitus, but it could also just be like both a sign of divinity and spirit guide if it's not tinnitus or something like that. What if one feels blocked? I would focus on meditation for that. Focus entirely on meditating in that moment. What I would do basically is meditate and picture your ears growing bigger and bigger, and just until as big as you can get them, and then kind of focus on the throbbing feeling you would get from hearing something. We're actually going to be working. I apologize for my cat. Princess, stop it. Anyways. Okay. I'm so sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to let her out because I don't want her doing that the entire time I'm healing you guys. Can you not do that? No one. I am so sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so we're actually going to be working on the heart chakra today, but it could be general just anxiety, or it could be something more like a childhood wound even. Ooh, that felt kind of weird. Okay. And welcome in, you guys. Thank you for being here. Oh. Yeah, it was kind of a weird day. I don't know if everyone was kind of feeling like it was off, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully the Reiki can help. Gotcha. We'll definitely be focusing on anxiety and grounding as well. That's one of the key factors in mental health healing when it comes to Reiki. It's no problem, you guys. I really love helping people with healing. It's one of the reasons I learned Reiki to begin with. So because everyone, or not everyone, but some of us are experiencing anxiety, I'm going to start with lepidolite, and I'm just going to kind of ground us and ease some of that stress and anxiety. Thank you guys for the follows. That's so sweet. Definitely. Lepidolite is great. I am also might be saying the name wrong, but I hope not. But it is great. You spelled it correct. I think we actually might need a little bit of a stronger grounding stone, so we're going to go with some obsidian. Definitely. I'll focus on anxiety first, and then we'll move into... We'll work our way up a little bit, unless I get called to a certain area. Yeah, that's kind of one of the benefits of obsidian. It'll make you feel kind of heavier because it's helping you ground. It's like kind of like relaxing, but more in the root. I love obsidian too, indefinitely. That is a really hard one when you're not accustomed to it. I didn't ever used to think that I was afraid of that in particular subject until like a year ago or something like that, and then I ended up having to work through that. But it gets easier. You just have to kind of just accept that it's a thing outside of your control. And once you can accept things that you can't control, and you just kind of roll with it, you just kind of end up living life without worrying about it too much. Yeah, everyone's struggling with anxiety. Thank you for the follows. Well, I kind of picked up on it before I even entered, because my anxiety escalated before I even clicked live, funny enough. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that I can be here to help. I got off work today and I was like, do I have time to hop on early? Nope. But here I am. Okay. I'm gonna do some more energy clearing, and I'm gonna pull away some old cords and negative thoughts basically at this time. So I'm gonna focus a little bit on that. Oh no. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Definitely. All you have to do is accept. You don't even have to say that you accept, you just have to be open to receiving. Yeah, I believe that. I still don't know how to do the notifications, but I do go live every Tuesday and Friday, and I am going to be trying to, if I have the time to, go live kind of at a random time during the week, but it kind of depends on like the days I work and then if I get any time off. Of course, I'm so glad that I can help, but thank you guys for the follows. Ah, that would make sense. Yeah, I turn my notifications off too, because otherwise I just get spammed while I'm at work. That's probably another reason. I forgot about that. That was a while ago. Oh, thank you for asking. So I do go by he, they pronouns. I am basically coming to terms with the fact that I'm a trans man. It takes time to get used to sometimes. All of my friends call me he, him, but you guys can call me he or they. I don't mind. But I'm also not really the type to correct people. I would appreciate it, but yeah. Hey, welcome in. My favorite Family Guy character. I want to say it was Brian when I watched it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you, yeah, it's been a long journey. Thank you guys for asking, that's so sweet. I have it in my, like, not, I don't know if I have it in the bio, but I have it on the account. But, you know, I don't really talk about it much unless I'm asked about it. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and use some clear quartz because I feel like we're still needing some cleansing, but the other ones just aren't cutting it. So we're gonna go for clear quartz at this time. Welcome in. It is huge. I actually got cut by this one the other day. I went to go grab something off my shelf. You can't see it because of the filter. But like it sliced my hand. I was like, wow. Yeah. I actually have another chunk of it. Yeah. Gotta love the huge one. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. If you want an even bigger one though, I have a black obsidian. I have a lot of big rocks. I have one that's like 12 by 13, but I'm not lifting that. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm just gonna be laughing about my crystals. Some of them are huge. I don't have any smaller clear quartz. I'm glad that you think it's contagious. I'm over here like trying not to laugh, but if you guys like it, it's cool. They are. I like the bit of like, how do you call it? Like louder frequency that they give. Overthinking. Don't worry, we're definitely going to delve into that. I was definitely picking up at the very beginning either overthinking or just general negative thinking. So today's focus is mostly going to be around grief healing, releasing the past, and trauma healing. So basically mental health. It would be great if I got a smaller one of these. I just don't have one yet. I'm glad that you accept and welcome in, you guys. Hey, Vacation. I almost missed your comment. I don't want to miss your guys' comments. If I do miss your comments, you guys can comment again. I'm so sorry. Sometimes they all come in at one time. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm going to put that down, hopefully without cutting myself on it. Yeah, okay. I was going to go straight into the heart chakra, but I think at this time we're going to go straight into the mind space. So... okay. This one might be a little weird. Definitely. And I can throw some fluoride in here at some point. One of my favorite combinations actually is to put citrine, which we're using now, with fluoride to focus around positivity, which is one of my favorite things. It is your Lauren. Also, if you guys haven't followed Uznia, I can't pronounce your username, Carolyn. They are absolutely amazing, and you guys should definitely give them a follow. I love them so much. With loneliness, I can definitely focus a little bit on that as well. At the moment, we're clearing out negative thoughts and replacing them with positive thoughts. Osnia. Gotcha. Ooh, no, Uznia. Got you. Okay, I was sitting here like, how do I pronounce that? Thank you for the follows, you guys. Oh, I love that. Have fun. Let us know next time you come in how that appointment in person goes. I've heard that they're really cool in person. I actually one of the people who started following me recently, I ended up following them back. They're starting a Reiki business, like a massage Reiki business over in Texas. I was like, wow. And so far their office is really cute, but they're not open just yet. After it is, I might like, what do you call it, duet one of their videos so you guys can find it a little bit easier from my page. If you're from Texas, that'd be really cool. Yeah, getting rid of the negative thoughts. Definitely. And yeah, please keep us updated. I'm excited to hear about your session. Oh, thank you. It's a tapestry. I have like 4 of them and they all tie into each other, but this is my like strictly astrology one. It's really nice. You'd be surprised. You might be able to find them. In some states, though, they don't actually allow you to have a Reiki business unless you're also a massage business. So you have to have your massage lessons or like license to be able to do it. Which is one of the reasons I do distance Reiki instead of in person. Too loud? Is it the music, or are you talking about like on your side of the phone? Or do you want me to like quiet down a little bit? Thank you, I try to be. Your hands, I love that. There might be. As long as you're open to receiving it, the Reiki should be working. If you're not feeling it, try to ground yourself and meditate a little bit. Even if you're just relaxing and laying down, it should help. But even if you're not feeling it, you're still receiving it. As long as you're open to it. Energy healing wise. We're gonna go ahead and go into some smoky quartz to help lift anxiety and depression energy. I'm also gonna say negative thoughts in this case because that's what it feels like it's being pulled to. Thank you for the follows. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Oh, that's what I was missing. Okay, I was like, what am I missing in this? Yeah. Well, it's good to hear that you like can vibe with my energy. I've actually heard that a few different times. I feel like with certain individuals, our energies just kind of correlate a little bit better together, and so that's kind of like why certain people can only feel the energy of certain people. Hopefully that made sense. Definitely stay hydrated. Thank you for the follows. That would be a good one. Just make sure you're staying hydrated, especially if it's your first time receiving Reiki. It can be a little intense the next day sometimes. Not in a bad way. For me, it just made me really drowsy and like really just really tired, honestly, and very thirsty. Yes, Taylor, definitely. It definitely does, but it's worth it. I'm so glad. I like helping you guys. Okay. Stay hydrated. Um, okay, how do I explain it? I know it, but my brain is kind of fried from work. So basically, the reason we want to be hydrated is because the energy healing can be a little intense on our bodies. There's a certain term for it, but basically you just want to be hydrated and you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. It's kind of like spiritual self-care. It can make you just really, healing can drain you a little bit, not in the sense of like actually draining your energy, but it just makes you a little tired, like a recuperation period. It's like when you get through a doctor or something like that. This is not the best example. And you come home and you just really want to rest, that kind of thing. Detox, that's probably the better way of saying it. I'm sitting here like, how do I explain it? My brain is completely fried from work, I'm so sorry. The main difference between in-person and distance Reiki is physical contact. Sometimes in person they'll be like a couple of inches away or something, but sometimes they get hands-on and they can touch you when they're healing you. For distance Reiki, it just really means you don't have to be in person and you don't have to make physical contact. That's a good thing. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much for the follows, you guys. We are made of water. Water is life. That is like the best quote that I can come by when it comes to that. Actually, that's a good idea. You can definitely put the phone to the side. If you're doing something, you can just be open to receiving it and do whatever you're doing at the same time. And then you can just rest however you feel most comfortable. I think it's really cool too. Literally, the energy will find you as long as you are open to receiving it. Thank you guys for the follow. I'm actually using what I would describe as the energy of water right now to cleanse away some other negative energy at this moment. Basically, we're focusing a lot on cleansing and removing old ties and negativity. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for the follows. So we're going to use some carnelian, if I can speak. Sorry for the train. To return some vitality. Some of you are needing some sacral work at the moment. I keep wanting to go into your headspace, but I keep getting called to other areas first, so we'll get there eventually. You may get a little warm. Thank you for the follows. As a collective, yes. And if I tune into an individual, then also yes. Oh no. I'm so sorry, love. I hope that they can fix that soon. Sounds like they're gonna have to remove it, but I hope that you guys can get that settled soon so that you can feel better. That's never fun. Just relax and let the energy do what it needs to, dear. Yeah. This feels like a very weird combo, but I'm going to be using carnelian and amethyst together. So that should be fun. That feels very strange. No such thing as weird. It's only weird if you make it weird. Life's too short to not be weird. Oh my goodness. Right now we're doing Reiki healing. We're focusing on amethyst for pain relief and carnelian for returning vitality. So basically, in other words, pain relief and healing, just general. Some physical pain in the body. I'm so glad that it can be calming for you. Yeah, it was mostly in the sacral and like stomach area at this time, but I'm kind of feeling it going a little bit more up, so you might feel it more up to your solar plexus. They can be an eraser, depending on the one. I'm glad that I can help you guys, and thank you for the follows. Just dry your hair, you're okay. Thank you. I have done work in the higher heart chakra, actually. And I can definitely do that. So explain how it works. So it's basically a energy healing that you tap into source healing, or source energy. It travels down through your body and then it fills you up, and then you basically expel it out through your hands. We have certain symbols that we use in order to help escalate the energy or amplify it, or to use it in certain ways. How do I explain it other than that one? It's basically just a form of energy healing that allows us to use the energy of vibrations and unconditional loving energy and forgiveness energy is what I'm being called for to say, to help heal. If you want scientific terms, think the vibrations of atoms coming together, and this is just kind of like the utilization of that energy and that frequency together. Thank you for the follows. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense. If not, that's okay. Some people would even refer to source energy as being divinity energy that we're tapping into. Thank you for the follows. I'm so glad that I can be a relaxing space for you. Or make one, is what I should say. If I'm fumbling on my words, I'm sorry. I am a little bit tired from work today, but I wanted to be here. Yeah, I can definitely focus a little bit on the thyroid as well. Okay. Definitely. And there is tons of information on Reiki, and there's also a ton of different types of Reiki that you can look into. So if you're interested in learning it or just learning about it, even just a quick Google search, I don't know why I cannot articulate today. I might have to do some throat chakra work just for me in this case. Oh, thank you. Welcome in. But yeah, there's a ton of information out there and a ton of different types. I've been attuned in 3 different types, and I make a joke because I am ongoingly learning all of the ones that I can find. So I'm basically catching all the different types of Reiki like Pokemon, which is funny and really silly, but I'm doing it anyways because I want to know all about them. Well, most people who are Reiki certified are going to say it in their bio or something like that, but there's not always an easy way to tell. Basically, the only thing I can suggest is use your discernment, and if someone's energy can help you, go for them, and if they can't, they might just not be for you. And even if they can't, there's a chance that your energies just don't vibe and they're still a Reiki healer. It just kind of depends on the individual and how it affects you. Yeah, I can do that. Although rather than plucking in your case, I don't know why I immediately tapped into that, it's more like a callus over, so think like eye crusties. So like if you have, this is a horrible way of describing it, but I have no other way to describe it. So if you have pink eye, your eye kind of gets crusted over and you can't open it. It's kind of like that. Yes. That does mean it is working. I'm so glad that you're connecting. And 1 and 2, I love that. I apologize for that sound. It is my cat. We're going to ignore her. Thank you. I appreciate it. Carolyn, I absolutely adore her so much. If you guys have not followed her, highly recommended. Oh no. Okay. You're good. Thank you guys for the follows. Oh, interesting. Where is that? Okay. I'm just gonna let this one do what it needs to do, but it's very strange for me. But that's okay. This is bloodstone. Usually what I would use it for is blood circulation, and it's kind of focusing on one very specific spot. So I can't say exactly what it is, but maybe like just an area with bad circulation. And thank you. I appreciate that. In my case, it would probably still be a little bit at a distance, probably by a couple of inches or so, but it can involve physical contact. In a lot of the states, you actually mandatorily, if you're going to do a Reiki business, have to become a massage artist, like a masseuse. So you can actually pair it with massage, and it can help quite a bit. That's actually how I get rid of most of my tense muscles and stuff like that. And then one of me and my friends do that kind of. They're also a Reiki master, and we do that basically every time we meet, which is kind of funny. But in the hip, yeah, I can see that. It was getting kind of like pelvis area, but not like quite there. The navel, interesting. That all also kind of makes sense. I was just kind of like seeing, the only thing I can describe it as like a weird glob. I'm like, just gonna work through it. Don't know what that is. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. That's so sweet. Wait, Cloud King. Is that my cousin? Yeah, I can do that. Not the glob. No, literally, it looked like a glob. It was so funny. I was just sitting here like, what is that? That is very possible. Usually when it comes to the menstrual cycle, I'm actually called to amethyst for that one because it helps with pain relief and calming. But this is bloodstone, so you never know. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the shares. Yeah. I again apologize for my cat scratching at the door. You know, it's funny you say cold and tingly. I feel the tingly, but like really hot. I'm just kind of ignoring it. Fertility. I actually looked into that one for crystals related to that. I have a list of it and I plan on doing a video for assisting in that. Obviously you want to do physical before non-physical, but Reiki can definitely assist in that. So I'm going to be doing a video on that soon. And also I'll put maybe a list of different crystals that can help with it. Because I was looking into that. I know that they mentioned amethyst, but I think that they also mentioned a few other ones. And I have like 3 written down for that video that I'm going to be making. Minty lotion, I love that. Welcome in, thank you for following. Explain it. So Reiki healing is basically a energy healing using source energy, or in some people's terms, divinity energy. You're basically allowing the energy to flow through you like a conduit in order to help and heal other people. And most of us have a clear ability that we use, or intuition straight up, to assist in the healing. Welcome in. To assist in helping us be guided to an area where you actually need the healing a bit more. In my case, mine is basically intuition and claircognizance and clairvoyance. But I know it seems like a lot, but it's not that much. But there are tons of different forms of Reiki, actually. A lot. There's Kundalini, there's Amara, Tibetan, Uzui, Western versus Eastern, which I think one of those is Uzui. Yeah, there's a ton. There's... I'm gonna butcher the name, Saham? Shaham? Something like that. There's a lot of different kinds. There's also Holy Fire Reiki, which I actually know a couple of different practitioners who have that one in particular. And that's probably the last on my list to get. Yeah, Carolyn has that one. Yeah, there's the 4-element Reiki, which I think is connected to the Shamhem Reiki. And you can use the 4 different elements in it. I actually like using... I don't use them too much, but sometimes I use the fire and then the water. Water for cleansing and purification. Fire for helping heal the body, basically. Kind of like a hot and cold compress. Like, there's a lot. But... moon water. I love moon water. I water my plants with it, do a bunch of other stuff, add it to my baths, things like that. Sometimes I just straight up drink it. Thank you for the follow. No, literally, that's basically what it is, and I love it so much. It's going to be a great day. I love that attitude. And a great night for those who are going to be heading to bed soon. Because I know it's probably like 11 or almost 12 on the other side of the country. Okay. So I've been getting called to Peach Moonstone for like quite a while now, so we're going to use that for anxiety relief. Definitely. Thank you for the follow. That's so funny. 1 a.m., wow. Moonstone is one of my favorite too, and they have different kinds of moonstone. This one is peach moonstone. It's kind of difficult to see the shine. There you go, kind of see it. But we have normal moonstone, peach moonstone, and then like there's a few other ones that I don't have to my collection at the moment, but I absolutely adore it. Yeah, I love peach moonstone so much. It's so gorgeous. When I got this crystal, I was sitting here like, wait a minute, is that what I think it is? Like all excited. Yeah, definitely do that. There's a variation of different kinds of water, and if you believe in witchcraft at all, you can actually use the energy of those individual types of water too. Like natural stream water versus rain water, or moon water, holy water. You can do a bunch of different things. It's amazing. I'm glad you're here. Welcome in, you guys. Yeah. I actually don't know if it would be. It might be. They might be connected. I have to do a little bit more research on that to make sure before I give you a straight answer on whether those are the same kind of crystal or not. But I do love labradorite. They're both shiny like that, so they might be. But by the same standards, desert rose, this little crunchy, crispy one, is related to selenite and satin spar. So right now we're mostly working on a very random patch of anxiety and stress. I'm kind of thinking, the image I'm seeing is that I need to like dig it out like I'm digging in the ground, which seems a little strange, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. If you guys end up feeling a little out of breath, just breathe through it. It will be okay, and I am not going to hurt you. You are completely safe. Yes, I did. Some of them feel crunchy. I don't know how to explain it. For now, no. Well, I mean, yes, you are completely safe. This is a safe space. I would never. That's so funny. I'm glad you find it peaceful. Yeah, I'm glad. See, yeah, no, crunchy. Like, it's weird to explain. Sunstone is kind of fleshy, so if you get it wet, it's creepy looking. Like, oh, some of them are weird. Super worth it though. I love sunstone. Yeah, definitely take some deep breaths. If it helps, breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then breathe out for whatever feels comfortable. And repeat that as many times as you need to. Okay, that's easing up a little bit more. I am being called back to smoky quartz. This one is basically one of my favorites for lifting anxiety and depression. Thank you for the follows. They are different. Noted. I was like, I don't know, but who knows? Google always helps. Okay, well, not always. Google does not always have the answers, funny enough. Thank you for the follows. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking they look really different too, but like, it's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah. Do I have more examples of crystals that I would describe as crunchy? Black kyanite. That one's pretty crunchy. Ruffy was Frenchies, literally. Thank you. And then to the person said they weren't going to be contributing to the chat, feel free to just relax, and if you have to go, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Can't do both hands at the moment with the little heart shape, but you know. I'm glad that you think so. So, fun little hack for the eyeliner. You can either get a piece of Scotch tape, you want to put it on your hand first and like rub it down, so to speak. Take it off, put it back on one more time, do the same thing, and then line it up with the bottom of your eye, going out to the way that you want. Line it up on both sides, and then go from there. No, now I feel like a little cautious about my... No, I'm just laughing. Oh my goodness. I'm like, no, don't make me laugh. No, I'm kidding. No, it's fine. My laugh is goofy. I'm okay with that. Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite eyeliner hacks, and if you don't want to use tape, you can use like an old credit card or something. Definitely. Let me just get through this bit of anxiety first. It's kind of being a little difficult. It won't let up quite away. Okay. Let's see if Howlite will help. Not really. We're about 50 minutes in, but I was planning on staying on for another hour, so we're mostly just focusing on anxiety. Feels like a weird combination, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, definitely. Take deep breaths, you guys. Oh, okay, yeah. Take deep breaths. This one might feel a little like it's building up in the chest. The back of your head itchy? It must be calming down a stress response, possibly in your amygdala. That controls your fight and flight response. Oh. Your comment just made me realize what was happening. Okay. Definitely. I was trying to get the gist of what the Howlite was wanting to do. I just knew it was a stress response, but I was thinking because where it feels is like heavily in the chest. Usually when I'm focusing in the head, I would focus on the amygdala and move up anyways. But I usually feel that in the base of my neck. I'm glad that I can help, and thank you. Thank you for the follows. It's funny because I don't usually mix the crystals when I'm helping other people with healing, because I like to have one hand just do general healing while the other one focuses on like the task at hand, so to speak. But which one is Frenchie? The petrified wood that has, what side is it? He has a little face. I don't know if you guys can see that correctly. Kind of. Thank you. Side note, if you guys are connecting to your ancestry at all, petrified wood is a great crystal to start with that. It does make sense. Thank you. I love hearing that because it's something I worked at for a really long time, is being comfortable with my most authentic version of myself. Not everyone's gonna vibe with that, not everyone's gonna like it, but they can go find less if they think I'm too much. This is the only phrasing I can say. Thank you for following. Feels a little... Thank you for following, you guys. I do. There's actually a video farther down on my page where I do like a little, so it's not a guided meditation, so to speak, but in the video I want you to like rest and close your eyes and take some deep breaths. And then I help with connection to them, and sometimes in those videos they actually send little messages and things like that. A different phrase, but you didn't want to ruin the mood. Oh no. I'm not sure what we were referring to now. Yeah, no, the energy is definitely lighting up a little bit, which is so good. Okay, no more petrified wood, but we're staying with howlite, and we're going back to lepidolite. Oh wow, that is a very nice combination. Thank you for the follow. Oh, that was to that one. Yes, but I wouldn't say those words necessarily. Maybe you're just feeling it a little bit of a delayed response, since everyone's healing goes a little bit different at a different pace. You're just receiving it the way that you need it at the time. I'm glad that you're getting sleepy. I hope that this can help you rest well. I don't know if you have tomorrow off or not. Lepidolite is great. Just the chat appropriate version, definitely. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, 888. I love that angel number. Thank you. I love it too. That's good. I'm definitely still feeling like a really deep center in the chest. It's definitely screaming inner child anxiety and stress, but I can't tell. Oh. We got some mother wounds in the chat. Gotcha. See you soon. Thank you for the tiny dinosaur. Sorry that I've ever missed any of that, by the way. I am like kind of zoning in and out on what I'm trying to focus in on at the moment. Okay. I'm gonna use some general Reiki at the moment. They are so cute. Some of you might end up feeling like you need to cry. It's perfectly okay. I mean, I feel it though. I've been there. Thank you for the feedback. We're gonna use some pre-night in the heart space right now. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Thank you for the follow. It's definitely safe to cry. It's just meaning that you have a release, so to speak, that you need to do. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah. Part of the energy I'm sending over is basically, the only terminology I can say is a mother's loving energy, but also in the healing context. Thank you. I try to make people's days better. So I know it's another big chunk, but we got, he's not as big as the other ones, but rose quartz to pair with it. So self-loving energy and unconditional loving energy. Definitely breathe through any tension. I feel like we almost have that feeling, whoever that is. I'm really glad that I can help you guys. I apologize if you can hear the scratching at the door. That is my cat. Thank you for the follows. If she would sit still long enough. I can usually get like a 10-minute session when I'm doing pet Reiki on her. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, okay. I see what's going on there. Take deep breaths. Okay, wait. It would be really funny, but also kind of, okay, I didn't mean to like get loud there. So funny thing about cats, when they purr, it actually lets off a healing frequency. So in a way, they could be tapping into Reiki energy and we just might not know it. Because we don't have a name for that. And it's all tapping into, like, sourced for healing, so... just saying. Why did I start coughing the moment you said cough it up? Okay. Okay, that feels a lot lighter in the heart space. That's good. Okay. This is actually agate, and it's basically just a plate. Try, take deep breaths. A little certificate, that'd be so cute. I'll just like copy mine but make it tiny and then print over my name with hers. That'd be so funny. Oh no. So actually, funny story about the crystals. She's always stealing my black tourmaline. None of the other ones. Just the black tourmaline. And what she will do is she'll knock it off of my desk and then she'll go around the room. It's like she's cleansing my room in a really weird way. It's so strange. I have to like track down my black tourmaline like almost every single day because she just chases after it. It's really lucky that I have multiple pieces of it, but I guarantee there's probably like 3 underneath my bookcase. She is crazy and I love her. Oh, have her little signature on it and stuff. That's so cute. Wait. Okay, focus. No, that's adorable. Oh, that would be so cute. What if I just got like a tattoo on my back? Little kitty Reiki thing with her. Oh, that'd be so cute. Oh my goodness. Make her last name Tourmaline. Princess Tourmaline. Oh. Wait, you guys. That's really cute. Black tourmaline is mostly used for removing negative energy within the mind space and then protection. So she could be protecting my space. She does also eat the bugs and spiders and stuff. So in a way, she does protect me. That is more than enough. Thank you. No, it's so cute. That is such a cute name. I love it. I wish it was a darker color, because then she would match the tourmaline, but... I don't have the catnip on my crystals, I just have it in my little herb supply. Do I keep it by my herbs? Yes, I do. Why? Don't know. It's just kind of the easiest place to keep it. It's technically an herb. Not for tea, but... Actually, you could make it into tea because there is catnip tea. There's also catnip wine. My cat does not like it. I have tried. She did not like it. It does smell like tea. Actually smells really good. I don't know if I'm just like part cat or something. I'm totally joking, obviously. But I don't know. Catnip smells really good. It doesn't smell nearly as good as thyme does to me, but it still smells really good. Maybe people do drink it as tea. I'm gonna have to look into that. It must be. She must really like that crystal because it's literally the only one she'll go for. Oh, okay. I love when the energy just starts doing its own thing without you actually needing to do anything. I felt called to focus more on the aura, and immediately I saw the violet flame and I was like, oh, we're getting into it, okay. Thank you for following. I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit better. Just healing. I'm glad you guys are feeling a little bit better. Thank you for following and welcome in, you guys. Interesting. Okay. So funny enough, I'm being called into your third eyes at the moment. It is probably the Reiki. Oh, welcome in, dear. I'm so sorry. That's no fun. I'll do, after I'm done focusing on this one bit that I'm being called for, I will do some general wellness Reiki, so it should help with any kind of like flu or cold symptoms, or even like in some cases, what do you call it, allergies. Should be able to help with that. Are any of you guys experiencing any like nausea? I'm not being called to that, but I have a crystal that I can use to help with that, digestive system issues. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I just felt like a pop in the third eye. That was really weird. Little nausea, gotcha. Yeah, I'll definitely focus on that in a couple of moments. Ooh. I don't know if anyone else's third eye is getting a little bit buzzy here. Breathe through it if it gets a little uncomfortable, okay? You're completely safe. No, literally, when I was feeling like something like pop, it like it felt like my third eye closed for like 2 seconds just so I can feel it go, and I'm like, what just happened? It wasn't even like all of it. It was just like a quarter, like a corner of the third eye, and I was like, what is happening? But I'm gonna go with it. Usually, I would clear away the eye crusties, or if there was like a permanent blockage, which wouldn't be permanent still, it would just be like the only way I can describe it. In some cases, it kind of looks like a staple in someone's eye. But more or less, those end up coming from childhood wounds when you are gifted as a kid and someone makes you feel like you weren't, or that it was a lie, that kind of thing, and you end up suppressing it completely and you end up sealing it that way. Or you end up having someone else who completely seals it. You can stay if you want. Thank you for the follow. It takes lots of work. I highly recommend, if you're working on the third eye, spend time meditating. Selenite, clear quartz, and amethyst, those ones are great for when you're first starting out for your third eye. Selenite to clear away any blockages, amethyst for activating and calming and healing in general, and then honestly, clear quartz is good for the crown, third eye, and like almost any of the chakras, but it helps with clearing and activating, so it's like multi-use. Thank you for the follow. If any of you guys are feeling any kind of pressure, just take some deep breaths. You are completely safe. Hey, 111 in the chat. Oh, you're right. Thank you guys for 11K. That's so nice. We're getting hit with all the 111s. I love that. Oh my goodness. We're all getting hit with the ones. I love that. Well, 111 and 1111, those ones are all signs of spiritual awakening, so you guys might just be going through another one of those, or your first one, in which case, congratulations. Everything will be okay. And for those of you who are still like going through more, it's gonna be okay. Keep going. It'll all work out. Even if it takes a lot of work, it'll be okay. Definitely. I love that. That's good. Okay, so I don't want to do 777. I love that. I don't want to do this without permission from you guys in the chat. So I'm asking, do you guys want me to do a psychic activation on you? 1, 2, 3. That's also a sign of support from your angels or spirit guides. Because if you want me to, I can, but if you don't want me to, then just say you do not accept that, and then after we are done, I will tell you, and we will be done with that one. I don't want to force anyone being activated. That's just kind of not my style. I want people to be wanting that. 12s, I love that. Okay, well I'm gonna get started, so if you guys don't want it, just say that you do not accept it. You don't have to type it in the chat or anything. And I'm just gonna be focusing on that. Okay. Okay, we have a variety of different clear abilities in here. And there's like, literally this is gonna be funny. This sounds funny to me because it's just 3 of you. Yours is basically you're gonna pick up on scent. You're just gonna smell things that are not physically there. So as a fair heads up, some of you are doing that. I'm also feeling like massive amounts of you have clairaudience that is gonna be activated. Because it's like massively in the ears. Welcome back. Oh, does it look strawberry? My hair is actually kind of like an auburn and brown, so that's kind of funny. They could have that Claire. I am forgetting the name of it, but I get it all the time. Sometimes with Carolyn and Uznia, I'm gonna butcher your username, I'm so sorry. I will pick up on the scent of either their essential oil, their sprays, or like incense or anything like that. It's so strange sometimes. I'm just sitting there like, what is that? Or I'll just be sitting in my room and I'm like, I'm smelling tobacco. Okay. Breathe through it if you're feeling any kind of pressure or anything. Just kind of relax, take some deep breaths, and then whatever you're feeling, take note of, okay? I'm gonna connect you guys to your spirit guides, so you might receive some messages from them. Take note of anything that you hear, see, smell, or just kind of know. It definitely can be. It's funny because usually when I'm smelling the tobacco smoke, I'm just sitting in my bed and I'm like, what is this? It's so funny. That's so funny. My favorite clair is my clair sight. So sometimes the way that they'll show me what I need to use if I'm doing self-Reiki is just they'll show me an image of a crystal that I need. Or they'll show me an animal. Or sometimes they'll show me like a piece of candy. At one point they were like, you need to celebrate the smaller things, so they showed me confetti like being tossed at me. I'm like, what is this? It was so funny. Thank you for the follows, you guys. Ooh, lots of third eye activation here. That would make sense. You might even see yourself, so to speak, in a meditation sense, sitting in a pyramid with light trickling down from the top, coming down onto you. Mostly through meditation. Meditation and lots of practice, lots of patience, and then working towards them. One thing about clairs, I am a firm believer that anyone can activate their psychic abilities. They just have to work towards it. It's not always the easiest for some. It's sometimes super easy for others. But if you work at it hard enough and long enough, in the ways that are best for you, you can do it. It's also completely about self-trust at a certain point. At the beginning, usually your guides will step in to help you. Sometimes your ancestors too. Thank you for the follow. If you guys are able to, I would like you to close your eyes at this time and just take some deep breaths and just take note of whatever you're experiencing or hearing, thinking, etc. If you're having dream messages, by the way, if you scroll down on my page, there's a full moon psychic enhancement dream meditation Reiki session. Not really meditation, more of an activation, but you know. Could be manifestation, but it could also just be alignment, so to speak. Yeah. It should be focusing on your strongest clair abilities, so wherever you're feeling a sensation at, it might have a connection to that. Okay. Thank you guys for the follows. Hopefully it doesn't hurt too much, or it doesn't hurt. Tingling and warmth. Yeah. My hands are kind of burning, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yes, time and patience. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. If you're just starting out, mindfulness meditations, they have them on YouTube you can follow and like go on those ones. They're basically usually like 10-minute meditations that you can do. I also would personally, and some people are against it for religious reasons, perfectly okay. You can do meditations with the archangels, which they also have guided meditations on YouTube for helping you align your chakras. And those are really helpful. I will never pressure you into doing certain things, just there are suggestions that you can take if you feel comfortable with it. I did. You noticed. Yeah, so it was like a cage around a blue ball. It was like a cage around a blue ball, and it had a one of those very specific locks you have to like go into and unlock, and then yeah, and like I had to like shove it away after I unlocked it, which is interesting. Hopefully it didn't hurt too much. Yes, and if you have issues with normal meditation, by the way, you can actually do meditation through anything like knitting, crocheting, doing arts and crafts, coloring, dancing. Dancing is also a great way of helping with trauma releasing, especially if you're doing anything with belly dancing or dancing within the hips. You hold a lot of trauma within the hips in that space. Yeah, and they're super helpful if you can't do the sit still breathing methods. There's also yoga, which is a perfect option, prantic healing, which is actually a type of yoga, but people who are prantic healers might disagree with me on that. Um, yeah, it's a great way of helping with that. Definitely. I find going into nature and meditating to be one of my strongest suits. I just can't handle the cold very well, so I have to like separate. Oh, so if you like the singing, I don't know why I phrased it that way. I also love singing. That is a great way of connecting to your higher self and your spirit guides. You just kind of start with singing the things that you really like, and then eventually just start singing random words. And eventually, if you can't listen to what you're saying, record it, they'll start talking through you, and you'll get messages that you weren't expecting. I work with Apollo, and sometimes it's really funny because I'll just be sitting there and I'll just start humming. On my birthday one year, it was actually last year, I was camping with my friends and we weren't talking or anything at this point. It was like kind of late at night, and I started singing a song in French, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I realized it was Happy Birthday. He was singing Happy Birthday, and I was ending up singing Happy Birthday in French, and I was sitting here like, wow, that was so cool. It was so fun. I loved that. One of my favorite moments. He's also roasted my music taste, of course. But you know, if the god of music is roasting your music taste, you should probably expand your music taste. It was so funny when that happened. I was sitting there like, you're joking. He did it through a reading. He's just like, yeah, you need to ask your friends for opinions on music. And I'm just like, why are you doing that? Definitely. You're gonna feel whatever you need it. It does. And walking even just 15 minutes in the grass outside or sitting down out there is so healing for you too. I know that not everyone is going to believe in pagan worship or anything. These are just personal experiences of mine. I have a lot of experiences and I love them so much. A lot of them I cherish. A lot of them were hard. A lot of the lessons that the gods teach you are hard. I will not say otherwise. But they're very loving. The angels too. Don't let anyone ever tell you they will not kick your butt. I say that with both. I like how I saw a flash of light the moment I said that. That was so funny. Okay. That's so funny. Exactly. And there's no shame in it. I will never push my beliefs on anyone, and I will never allow anyone to push their beliefs onto me. And we can respect other people's differences and still love each other. Exactly. And it doesn't matter which god it is. It doesn't matter if it's an angel or if it's your spirit guides or even just your higher self in some cases. The connection is healing and loving And that's a firm belief that I have. Sometimes even your ancestors are the ones that chime in to help you the most during those times. I love that. You guys might feel like a weird, I don't know how to describe it. It's both hot and cold frequency, just kind of right around your head space. Your third eye. If you can, eventually write those down, even if you don't write it as a book, because someday they might make sense to you. Your belly. Interesting. Make sure you guys are all drinking water after this, okay? That's really interesting. If I missed any comments, I apologize. They all just kind of came rushing in for me. Yeah, that's a pretty good description of it. I was like, it's both hot and cold. Nope, you just have to be open to receiving it. Don't even worry if you end up falling asleep or anything. So we're gonna switch back into working at the heart center because I'm feeling a little bit of needing for self-worth at this time. Self-worth, self-belief, basically. Oh, I love that song. No visitors. Another thing, if you guys are into working with the angels at all, you can pray to Archangel Michael for protection at any time, and he's usually very open to helping. Sometimes you have to go with your spirit guides or other team members in order to help as well. I might have. There's no shame. Everyone always needs a little bit of self-love, honestly. He can, yeah. But by these same standards, if you work with deities, let's not forget, even Aphrodite is a war goddess. But you know, Archangel Michael, he can be very intense. If you're not used to him, he can be very intense. And even when you are sometimes, the dreams he sends me are almost always bloody, is the only way that I can phrase it. It is, yeah. Whew. Oh. Understandable. Yeah, I didn't want to like focus too hard on that image because you guys would probably pick up on it. I gotta be careful with thinking about the negative things when I'm doing this because it will transfer over a little bit, and I don't like doing that. Don't know why I'm saying that. So I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on the heart center, where you guys need it to be. That's a fun subject. Happy thoughts. Happy, loving, unconditional, loving thoughts. Definitely. And it's pretty easy for me to shut those off now, for the other ones, I mean. I've gotten very good at that. Oh. Interesting. I am being called to use the acorn. Cute baby sloths. Okay, you guys are gonna laugh at me. Sloths are cute, but they're also terrifying. The acorn. Like, oh goodness, sloths can be scary. They're cute, but like, ooh. If you haven't and you want nightmare fuel, look at wet sloths. I'm just gonna leave it alone at that, but cute, but yeah, literally. Oh my goodness, koalas. Ooh. That's so cute. You know, it's that's so funny. The Ice Age thing. I mean, it does kind of look like ice because it's opal. Well, opalite, but cute baby kitties, exactly. Positive thoughts. Little baby kittens, little cute puppies, the little pit bull heads that you just want to give a smooch right on the forehead. Well, sloths are not likely to hurt you, they just kind of look like they can. Yeah, it can be a little intense. Definitely make sure you're drinking water and focusing on. My brain literally is just focusing on the water term. Just make sure you're hydrating. Oh, I love weenie dogs. They're so cute. And yes, I can definitely do an aura cleansing. Thank you guys for all the likes. We got another 30 minutes. Pardon me. Feeling the need to work on the throat chakra. I was gonna say we had another 111 in the chat again. 111 is usually a sign of spiritual awakening. Yes, the train. Hopefully it's not too annoying on you guys. I'm just as guilty, Carolyn. I am just as guilty. I don't have any water on me at the moment, but I'm gonna grab some after this. Oh no. Don't tell me that about sloths, please. Please. They're so creepy. I love 1010. Oh no. Now I'm focusing on the sloth stuff. Okay. So this is opalite. It's good for soothing energy, calming, and for the moment it is actually being called to work in. Don't remind me, I can't with the spots, please. Okay, no, it's so funny. I can't. You're good, it's okay. It's so funny, I'm just in here like, no. What? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say, this is also focusing on aura, but also anxiety at the moment. Of course, you have a great night if you guys are falling asleep. No shame if you fall asleep on the live. Just know that if you found me on the For You page and you're on live, it's going to skip to the next person after my live is over, so it might surprise you awake. If you hop off the live, go to my page and tap on the live from there, it will not do that. So it won't snap you awake. Have a good night if you're going. Thank you guys for the follows. I learned that little trick because I fall asleep to Reiki lives as well. Okay. We're gonna use some hematite for balancing the mind, body, and spirit right now. You might kind of feel heavy. The only other word I could think of was metallic. So just heavy. Thank you guys for following and for sharing. That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. You know, the first live I did, I couldn't lift my arms for 2 days, and I work in an office, so I was typing, but thankfully I could rest my hands on like the counter, but I'm getting very used to it now. And I do work out with dumbbells and stuff. Is my brain saying that correctly, hopefully? So my arms are actually fairly muscular, even though they're still kind of flabby. Uh, I say that with love, of course. Me over here with my bingo wings, but still being able to lift like 90 pounds. But I was moving fast forward. Oh no! Yeah, building muscle. Thank you for following. Do you guys like that I called it bingo wings? I just think of like those old-timey TV shows where they're like, bingo! And I'm like, oh no. It's so funny. So no, I can't call it anything else. Thank you for following. Definitely. Reiki works in whatever way that you need it to. So it will last the amount of time that you need it, but more Reiki, the better. You can never have enough Reiki. So even if you're watching Reiki lives constantly, nothing bad will happen. You just keep reaping the benefits. So I'm gonna do some cord pullings real quick because it feels like some of you guys have some. The only word I could think of was yucky energy to remove. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get rid of that for you. I'm gonna do a quick scan though to figure out exactly where. Oh, okay. That was like right away. All right. So just gonna go ahead and do that. Usually it appears as braids to me that I have to undo. This one. Oh, that's so weird. The only thing I could describe it as like one of those fuzzy cat balls. So it's gonna take a minute. That would be so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It was just like a ball of what looked like fuzz, but you gotta like pluck the hair out. Cattails, maybe? Okay. It's gonna like collect it together. Okay. Oh no, 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 not like that one. Not like that one. Whew. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. It was like, that was weird. Have a good night. I know you can't hear me since you turned the volume down, but I hope you rest well. Enjoy the Reiki. Just because I kind of feel called to. In that case, it was like a ball of energy. I had to move it around to make sure I got all of it, if that makes sense. And then the other ones is just natural instinct to help move the energy around and stimulate healing in the best way that I think you guys need. Okay. For that one, yeah. Thank you for following. It's basically just kind of a natural instinct. When you practice on yourself, you kind of end up finding out exactly how you need it. But for me, the phrasing that I use when I'm connecting to it is in alignment with their highest good and in the frequency that is best suitable for them. And that is how I go about it, but everyone goes about it differently. I'm working in 2 different spots right now, so it might feel a little weird. Thank you for following. Take some deep breaths if you're feeling any pressure in your chest at this time. Definitely. I'm hoping that it helps and that you recover from COVID quickly. I'm glad you're healing. It's no fun. For real though. So astral projection's a little complicated for me. It's more like, you guys are not gonna like the phrasing of this. I just kind of get torn out of my body. It's usually not because I want to. It's usually, I get so one of my psychic abilities is through the dreams. So I have been to certain places frequently, and I won't go into detail on that, through dreams, and I will sometimes basically yanked out of my being through the window and to these places, and I'm like, okay, this just happened. Or I'll just be like snagged. At one point, the only thing I could describe it as, I was picked up, put over a shoulder, and I was gone. Literally. But everyone does astral projection different. It's not my forte, and most of the time at the beginning of my practice, when it happened like that, I would scare myself awake and I would just zap really quickly back into my being. I'd be like, not today. Not because I wanted to necessarily, but because I was so scared. Other times I would get to places and I would just be too dizzy. I wouldn't be able to focus on anything. Or they alter the way that I can see it, so it ends up being like a cartoon, and I'm sitting there like, wow, okay. Interesting, because I get scared because I am a little bit of a scaredy cat. But also not. I'm only scared of the weirdest things. It doesn't make any sense. No, literally same. I don't know. Okay, there was one time I wanted to, and I didn't realize what I was doing. It's very complicated. I feel like this is a bit of a TMI. I kind of destroyed, so to speak, a little bit of the astral, and I was like, oh, I thought I was just meditating angrily. So that was fun. I'm not gonna go into detail on that, but it's fine. It was okay. No one got hurt, except for my self-esteem. Valid. Yeah, I'm usually just kind of like, what is going on? I cannot understand. And then I'll just like, it's so weird. I'll just be like in a random house. I'll be like, where am I? And they're like, we're having dinner. I'm like, who? Usually I end up figuring out who they are. I'm very bad at seeing faces in the astral, but I can see like figures and then animals all the time. I see dogs in the astral all the time, which makes complete sense if you know who my matron is. Yeah, that's happened to me before too. At one point they just kind of tossed me off the bed though. They were like, no, get off. I was like, oh, okay. That sounds super sweet though. I've gotten, like, this sounds really weird. They've pat my head before, and I was just like, oh, okay. Sometimes the sensations are, like, not technically astral projecting, but they're weird. You know, it was very wait, to the getting thrown off the bed part, yes. It was a very weird moment in my life. I was like, what is happening? I thought you meant the head pats for a second. Aw, I love that. Yeah. It's really funny when the non-physical beings give you like a smooch on the cheek or the forehead, and you're just like, what is this? At the beginning of my practice, one of the ways that they would activate my third eye, they would give me a little smooch, and I'd be like, oh, what is this? It was so cute. No, literally, they were just like, get off. I'm like, oh, okay. That's so funny. I'm not sure who that is, but I'm going to deal with, or not deal with, but I'm going to interact with them later, and I hope that they will understand. They do! Sometimes they just straight up like hug you. When I was going through one of my PTSD episodes, basically just crying, shivering in my bed, I've had Loki basically just kind of sit next to me and like sit there and comfort me. I can't be touched during those times for obvious reasons. But like the comfort that I get just from them being nearby sometimes is so... I wouldn't be able to get that from a person, like a human in most cases. I'm just sitting there in panic attack. Like, no one would be able to comfort me. They would make it so much worse. That's such a funny description. He is the sweetest. Though, I was doing a tarot reading for someone who ordered on my Etsy the other day, and he likes to do this thing where he'll be like, this is my reading now, and it's not, and so I have to bribe him with candy in order to get him to stop interfering with the reading, because I need to talk to his spirit, the spirit guides of the person. He's just like, no, and I'm like, I will give you candy if you stop, please, and then he'll stop, and then I give him the candy afterwards. It's so funny. He's just so funny. And he knows it, obviously. Let me take over. Literally. No, it was so funny. I like invited in the spirit guys, the door opened, they walked in, and then he's just like, haha, this is my deck now. I'm just sitting there like, why are you doing this to me? He's so fun. I absolutely adore him. Loki. He's my patron. Dude, okay, so at the beginning of my practice, and this might be a bit of a TMI, one of the things that he did every single time was if I took a shower, he was outside of the shower, or, I don't know why, in the shower, and I'm like, what are you doing? No. And like, it's nothing weird, but like for me, being how I am, it's like, I'm just like, oh, goodness, why are you doing that? Just like, what are you doing to me? Oh, thank you for the crown, that's so cute. No, literally, and I'm not the only person. I love Apollo, that's, oh my goodness, I love that. Oh my goodness. Do you play any instruments? But no, like, seriously, he's not the only one who will do that, though. I've literally seen images of one of them get into the bathtub with me while I'm taking a bath, and like I'm just sitting there and I'm being like cuddled in the bath, and I'm like, why? I don't have any other phrasing, just why? It's so funny. Definitely. It is so low-key. I absolutely adore them. The saxophone. In the bath. And I'm sitting there like, I am butt-a-naked. Why are you doing this to me? It's so awkward. Well, with Loki, so it was really funny. So he's apparently been around me since I was like 12 years old. And I had no idea. So I got my matron, I found my matron goddess. And then a couple weeks or so later, Loki pops in. He's like, hey, you want to work with me? And I'm like, oh, no. At the time, I was like, oh, no, I'm good. Thanks. I rejected him 3 times. And then eventually he came back and he's like, no, you have no choice. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I started working with him. And then I have a attachment issue. So at one point, he left for like a week. And I was like, he's leaving me. I am abandoned. Like all sad and like crybaby-ish because that is how I was. And then when he came back, I was like, will you be my patron? Because I didn't want him to leave me. And I love him very much. And he was just like, yeah, I'm here. The full chaos. And I'm like, okay. Oh, but I absolutely adore them so much. I actually did a reading at one point, and he was just waiting for me to ask. So he was already probably going to be. But it was so funny. Yeah. One of the worst. So my traumas, they actually started when I was 3 years old, and I have CPTSD. So by the time I was 12 years old, that was when I was officially diagnosed with MDD, and generalized anxiety disorder. I don't know exactly how he found me, but he found me, and I am very blessed to have found them, or for them to have found me. Literally. Aw, thank you. Yeah, no, he follows you around. It's really funny when I'm at work and one of the deities pop in, so to speak, and then I'm just sitting here like, I can't like say anything, but I'm like thinking, and I'm just like, okay, hello. Or at one point, one of my old coworkers, I'm actually friends with them still, I was talking to them and Aphrodite popped in and she was like, hey, can you recruit them for me? And I was just sitting there like, oh, okay. So I went to the back with my pendulum and I confirmed it like 3 times that she wanted me to. And then I did it again in front of the coworker and they were like, I guess I'm setting up an altar. She was so pumped for it. And ever since then, she has the sweetest altar set up to Aphrodite. She does a bunch of like love spell work that I won't go into detail because it's their practice and that kind of thing. It's so sweet. When you do that spelling, do you mean Yahweh by chance? Or you? Or do you mean you, like me? I have an altar for him. He's by Artemis over there. Yee. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But yeah, I have an altar set up for him, like right over there. Yee. Just start going yee. I can't. Oh, so Yahweh. Gotcha. I was like, who are we talking about here? Yes. It is. And like I've had dreams where I've interacted with so many different deities. I don't know why they pop in for me. I think that sometimes it's just kind of like, hey, you know, study me, I exist. And I'm like, oh, okay, hi. Or something like that. He does, yep. Especially if you have childhood trauma. Literally, the spirit world is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Okay, guys. It can. Unfortunately, you guys, we are about to wrap up. I'm going to be doing some last minute sleepy time Reiki, and then we are going to go into energetic protection, and then we're going to be calling it a night. So if you do not want to get sleepy, just do not consent to that part, and then you can get the protection right after. Thank you for following. We go live every Tuesday and Friday, and occasionally there might be a random extra live. Otherwise, I post daily videos. If you have any requests, please comment them in one of my comments of my videos, and I will get to them as soon as I can. And I just go on YouTube and look up the meditation music that I feel the most called to. At the moment, the page is just called Meditation and Healing. Yeah. It's funny when they come in, especially them, because they'll come in a group, and it's really funny because I have Freya's altar set up, and then, like, yeah, no, they just come in groups sometimes. A candle? I do have some candles lit at the moment. There's like 3 going. I usually light a few when I go live. A little bit of both. So sometimes they'll just appear to you, sometimes you'll just know, sometimes you'll smell them. Loki has, this is gonna sound really weird. A lot of times he smells like cinnamon. So when I smell cinnamon or like hot cocoa or things like that, I know he's there. Or he'll just be like, hey, and I'm like, oh. Or he'll send spiders at me, which is fine. I'm not scared of them anymore. But yeah, I gotta admit though, sometimes he still catches me off guard. Like I was laying in the grass with one of my old friends at one point, and he sent 2, yes, the anymore. He charges at, he sends them to charge at me. They just see me and they come running. I'm like, dang, okay. But they came running up my back. I was sitting in the grass. I was just laying there, I was crying, venting, and 2 spiders came running up my back, and I immediately started freaking out because, yeah. Yes. No, he wants you, he will only do it to get a reaction. And the moment you're like, no, I'm not scared, he won't do it. But if you get nervous about it, he'll be like, spider. It's the chaos. Oh, thank you. I love that. Actually, it's a little weird that I'm feeling solar energy right now too, because I'm not really doing anything. Is it because I was talking about Apollo? Literally though, it is. The chaos is what makes it fun. And if you grew up in chaos, he's way more likely to work with you. That was weird. Definitely sending some good luck. Finding your patron is more about finding who you connect with the most and who wants to work with you. It's all about your own path, your own journey, and then who you connect with the most. And you can always get, I actually offer deity readings on my website in the bio. You can go to and order one if you want. If you want a specifically patron deity reading, you can clarify that through a message, and then I can assist you with that. I do work full-time, so it might take me a couple of days, so please bear with me. I try to get to them as soon as I can, but yeah. So seeing them isn't really the overwhelming part all the time, except for in some cases, I gotta admit, some of the infernal divine and some of the angels can be very intimidating at first. Complete respect to them. They can just be... You can have more than one patron. Actually, someone I know has 2 patron deities and 3 matrons. That is actually very uncommon, but it is possible. And a lot of people actually, well, not a lot, but some people do. It's just Etsy. It's the link in the bio. Definitely. And if you can't do Etsy, I do have tipped option in Venmo and Cash App. you can tip an amount that feels comfortable to you, and just put that you have a specific question in there, what question it is, and that you would like a reading, and then yeah. So funny story for you guys. At one point, you see this little orange thing up here? What happened was I woke up from a dream, and I was like in that in-between state of being awake and asleep, and Baphomet popped in, and he was just eating the oranges. And then he was like, yeah, because these are gross. And I'm just sitting here like, what just happened? I was so confused. You have a great night. Yes. You just learn you activate your clairs, and you learn them through basically energy healing, energy working, meditation, and practice. Alright guys, so we're going to wrap it up and get into energetic protection, and then we're going to call it a night. I might hop on again tomorrow, but there's a chance. No, literally, I'm just like, why are you eating those? But like, I need to eat your own, I guess? But I was more confused because I had never interacted with him before, and he was like in my room, and I'm like, what is happening? Okay. Of course, I just love helping you guys, and then talking about all of these very interesting, funny stories that I have. Definitely. You can learn clear sight, clear hearing, so clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. You can learn intuition. Well, everyone has intuition. It's just kind of a matter of activating it and tapping into it and your higher self. Definitely. Thank you guys. I am going to use 2 more protective stones before I call it out. Hey Cass! If you guys haven't followed Cass and you like witchcraft, follow them. I absolutely adore them. I love you. You're great. Thank you. Definitely focus on your third eye for that, and then just meditate and focus on yourself. You'll be okay. Definitely. Yeah. Did he arrive safely yet, dear? Thank you for the follow, you guys. Cass is one of my best friends. If you guys like witchcraft and you have divination practices or styles that you have questions for too, they're another great person to go to. I've gotten a lot of my readings done by them unless I do it myself, and they are so good at what they do. You can use divination or clair abilities in order to contact deceased loved ones or ancestries. You guys can message me on Instagram if you have any particular questions, by the way, and if I can help you, I will. If it is a reading, I do offer them on my Etsy. The only ones that I will not do is like pregnancy and like fertility questions and like medical questions. Thank you, Cass. Alright, you guys. And that is going to be calling it a night. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Car account? Cass is almost always live. It's just kind of later at night. Occasionally they do it going on the day and everything. It's great. He's on Sylvia account. Thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. It was so nice being able to help you. I love you guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.